things may have gotten out of control and escalated to a stage that I've never even anticipated. I'm really struggling these days to understand what's happening, where I stand with the whole thing, what the best case scenario is, what options I have. I was really scared last week. The choices that I've made this week, I've just started to realize that I'm so glad that I am going ahead with this. Almost for the first time in my life, I'm fighting for something that I believe in. Usually I'd be running away, I'd be giving up on things. When situations would get a little too uncomfortable, I would just exit myself from it because it's easier that way. And this time around I didn't. It is really unpleasant. I am struggling to everything really. I'm struggling to defend myself, I'm struggling to appear collected. I've never been in a situation before. It is incredibly stressful, but at the same time I am so damn proud that I am seeing it to the end, even if the outcome of it has been decided. I just really feel the need to be heard. I feel the need to be given a chance to explain myself to an unbiased party. I feel like I've been letting others treat me unfairly and thought that it was just the way things are, and I feel like it may be a trend in my life, and me fighting against it or trying to stand up for myself is something that I'm doing, and it's something that I'm so damn fucking proud of it. I'm so proud of it. Remember I told you yesterday that I felt really strong and empowered and confident and excited almost in a way. Well, today the total opposite. I'm scared, frustrated, anxious, scared yet again. I don't understand why I'm putting myself through this. Makes zero sense. It is a terrifying experience. For what? To defend my honor in a way in front of a few people who don't really matter. Thing is, there's absolutely no way I'm going to stay where I am. I was feeling really bad in the morning, and what I did was, instead of doing nothing or ruminating over everything and feeling really bad about everything that's happening, so instead of doing that, I was like, what is one thing that will make me feel accomplished for today? What is this one little thing that I can force myself to do to feel a bit better, to feel like there's a sense of direction in my life? And I was like, okay, I need to update my CV in a way that will open up opportunities that I am currently excited about. And that was hard. It was so hard. I couldn't come up with anything that I was significantly proud of in comparison to my previous employment, and I struggled so much. I was like, oh, this is making me feel even worse. And I kept forcing myself, because there's no other alternative. It's either that or forget myself in the constant scrolling on Instagram or watching a movie or something, because all of those techniques are, you know, good for a short period of time, but then again you're forced with the reality you are in, or in this case I am just, and there's no resolution. My anxiety level is just skyrocketing. So I chose to persevere, and it took me 3 hours to write 3 lines of a job description, things that are real, things that I am quite proud of, and I feel so much better now. I'm telling you guys, I feel so much better. I feel like I've done something with the day, as opposed to feeling bad and being unproductive and just thinking things over and over again and just forgetting myself and everything that happened and you know how it is. I'm of course very far from finishing the whole CV and cover letter and everything. But I'm making progress towards that direction, and it feels like this very tiny movement, but this movement is the one that is making me feel accomplished and good, and it's so good. The second thing I forced myself to do today is walk in RPM right now. These days it is incredibly hard to get out of the house. I don't want to do anything aside from just reading a book or scrolling on Instagram or lying down and really do nothing. And I don't want to see other people, I don't want to interact, I don't want to be seen. This whole experience almost made me doubt myself, made me ashamed of myself. I'm feeling paranoid that, I don't know, it's not, overall process is just so humiliating to me, where I, until now, believe that it was blown out of proportion and shouldn't be happening. And like I said yesterday, I had a very easy exit, but that exit would have meant that I would run away without defending myself, and this is something that I've always done, and this is something that I'm trying to step away from. And just because I'm doing it, it's another thing that I'm proud of. And in the morning today as well, when I was like, oh my god, why am I doing this? I kept reminding myself that I knew this is going to be hard. I knew this is going to be very unpleasant, and I knew it beforehand and I agreed to it. So I'm living it now, and it's not something unexpected, and that kind of made me feel good as well. And of course, talking to my friends, very few of them, Robin, shout out. It is insane how much this support means to me, especially coming from people who know me that well and understand me better than anyone out there. It's just so valuable right now, so I'm incredibly grateful. Today started in a very similar fashion, with me feeling awful. I was really hoping things would improve a little bit, and I feel like, as opposed to letting the feeling of anxiety overwhelm me, what I'm doing right now is I know it may sound a little corny, but I'm really telling myself, hey, this is what it was going to be like. This are all of the feelings that I'm going to be feeling about the process. It's not going to be nice, and I just sit with it for a bit, just knowing that, yeah, that's what I'm feeling, and that's what I knew, that I was going to feel this way, and it goes away. It almost like, by identifying it, I repel it from my system, and it feels really good in a way, because I'm purposefully forcing myself to just get myself together and focus on what my most appropriate next steps could be. Yesterday I was able to finalize my CV, and today was the day that I was going to start looking for a job. I found a really awesome job, and I really want it. I proceeded with tailoring my CV to the job as well, and it's a really cool job. I really want it. I applied, and I'm just waiting to hopefully hear back from them. The rest of the day I am just going to relax. This has definitely been a plot twist that I didn't predict, and no one really predicted, and by no one I mean it was just me in it, I guess, and my boyfriend. It's just bad. It's interesting, I keep going back and forth in my feelings about the situation. On the one hand, I want justice to prevail, but at the same time, I don't care. It's one of those things that I looked into it, I can still get out of. And I'm considering it a little bit, I guess I'll need to wait a little until things progress, because I do have a meeting next week with independent representative. I don't know, this whole situation just is really messing with my head a lot, and I know it could have been worse. I know it could have been better. I want to move on with my life. I will be 30 years old in 1 month, and I don't want to be dragging all of that crap into this new era. There's all these wants and needs, but there's also all these obligations and must-haves and have-tos. It's not as easy as, hey, I want this, so let me get it. It's like, I really want this, and I've been working so hard to get it, and I've been smothered dirt all over myself by people who prioritize politics, and it stinks. It doesn't feel good. I really want to start fresh, and I don't feel I will be able to start fresh if I just run away and don't deal with it.